The Hungarian Grand Prix kicked off today on Friday with FP1 and FP2, and as always, guys, here on the channel, let's have a look at the main talking points today from the first two practice sessions ahead of this weekend's competitive action. So, first thing that we learned is that it looks like it's going to be another very difficult weekend for Alpine, and also a difficult weekend as well for Williams. Bit of a bonus one, because I want to mention both of them in this one, because they were both pretty abysmal, fair to say, this Friday. Not in terms of unreliability. I don't think they had any real reliability issues, apart from Carlos Sainz losing telemetry for a little bit in FP2. But aside from that, they were all good in that regard. But their pace was absolutely terrible. Bottom, 19th and 20th for Alpine. Gasly heading Colapinto in FP2. And it wasn't that much better for Williams either. Williams all the way down in the bottom quarter of the table as well. Carlos Sainz P16 and P18 is Alex Albon. So yeah, Williams saying that they're going to stroll around this track to one of their bogey circuits on the calendar alongside Barcelona, where they also really struggled. But, you know, every circuit is a bogey circuit really for Alpine. They're absolutely atrocious this season, and it looks like it is going to continue this time around unless they get some sort of miracle in qualifying. But miracles do happen in the mighty Magyar. It does happen every now and again. And it looks like Aston Martin may well be one of the recipients of one of these said miracles. P4 and P5 for them in FP2 today. Where does that come from? They looked terrible at Spa last weekend. Going on pace, they look pretty good. They might well get some points this weekend, which is rare for them these days. Fernando Alonso sat out FP1. He gave up his seat to Felipe Drugovich because he was nursing an injury from Spa, which I wasn't aware he was injured at Spa, but there you go, the Spanish Samurai once again. But he was back in the car for FP2 and got P5, and he was beaten by Lance Stroll, who got P4. Unbelievable stuff. So yeah, strong points on the horizon for the Green Machine, so we'll see what happens there. Third thing we learned, Ferrari looked pretty quick as well this weekend. You know, they looked pretty solid at times during the Belgian Grand Prix weekend. If we're going off their pace so far in FP1 and FP2, they're in the contention for at least a podium this weekend, I reckon. Charles Leclerc in third place in both FP1 and FP2. Sir Lewis Hamilton P6. Pretty solid overall day for Ferrari. Bit of a strange incident as well with Max Verstappen during FP2. He quite literally threw in the towel, or threw out the towel from his car. For some reason, there was some sort of hand towel or something in his car. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a common thing for drivers to have. I would say no, because it's added weight, and I don't know what he'd actually use it for, but he just chucked it out of the car for some reason. He is being investigated by the stewards for this. I'm not expecting any kind of real penalty, maybe just some sort of reprimand, I don't know, but really odd. Just one of them things like a magician's trick or something. Like he's got like a little top hat in there or something as well, just to pull a rabbit out of. Like, I have no idea what happened with that one. Very, very odd, but an incident that's definitely worth mentioning. In terms of pace overall from Red Bull, not particularly great, particularly in the hands of Max Verstappen. Really struggled in FP2, all the way down in P14. Although, of course, knowing Red Bull, we know that it's possible they can recover that. They very often do have really poor Fridays and very good Saturdays, so we'll see if they can recover it tomorrow for qualifying. But as you've probably guessed, this has been a McLaren masterclass so far this weekend. 1-2 in both of these sessions, FP1 and FP2. Lando Norris heading Oscar Piastri in both sessions. Of course, Oscar Piastri won his first ever Grand Prix race here 12 months ago. Lando Norris is looking to get back on form, get the victory this weekend as well, after Piastri managed to do so in Belgium and gain some points back on his Aussie teammates. So yeah, it's going to be very close between the pair of them, and so it proved in FP2 as well. They almost came to blows as well. They almost hit each other going into turn one. Bit of a miscommunication between the two of them there, but there you go, guys. Those are the 5 things that we've learned from Friday practice. Who is going to win this weekend? Well, I think it's going to be Lando Norris personally, and the practice results so far very much do back that up. That was my prediction coming into this weekend, so we'll see if it comes true or not. Get yours in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always. And if you've heard some background noise, that is because my parents' dog Freddy is just down there, just chilling out in here. He does like coming in here while I do these videos. Normally he's pretty chill and doesn't move around, but not very much so for this one, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, school holidays, man, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. But yeah, see you soon, guys. Let's hope for a great Hungarian Grand Prix weekend.